Cordwood building has been around for a long time. There's examples of Cordwood buildings, I think, that are almost 1,000 years old, and some in places like Norway, some throughout North America, maybe 500-year-old buildings. And I first learned about them through the Earthwood Building School in West Chazy, New York. And Rob and Jackie Roy teach a Cordwood course there. So I took it, and then I came back and built the Hobbit house. So you can see that we juxtapose the glass with the wood as we're building up the Cordwood structure. And this building is almost round, or almost a hexagon. And one of the reasons for building it that way is that it's the most efficient use of materials, because you can get the greatest square footage for a round space, which is, probably why beavers build round lodges. We've got a rafter structure here that supports the living roof, and it's pretty hefty, and on top of the rafters there's decking, and then after that there's a layer of plywood, then a layer of non-permeable membrane, otherwise known as pond liner, and then 4 inches of insulation, another layer of liner, and then the drainage mat, and following that the vegetation on top. And the beauty of having the combination of cordwood and a living roof is that it's very cool and comfortable in the summer and warm in the winter. The insulation on a roof like this can be as high as R50 when it snows, because the snow accumulates on the roof and the insulation gets better and better as it gets colder and colder. Same with cordwood, it's a really good insulator, and of course the thicker that you build your walls, the more insulation that you get. You can't see it here, but the cordwood is laid down on 2 channels of mortar, and in the middle of that channel we put insulation, which is a mixture of just sawdust shavings that we get at the local lumber yard, combined with a little bit of hydrated lime, so that bugs and rodents and other creatures that you might not want to live with don't come in, because it's not pleasant for them. Floor is concrete, obviously, not mortar, and it's laid on a granite slab that was already here. So it's really uneven. There's places where it's 6 inches deep and places where it's 4 or 3. And on top of the concrete we laid slate tiles that were reclaimed from an old building. So these are actually roofing tiles, and decorated the floor that way when the concrete was still wet. One of the things you can see here is all of the colored glass on the walls. These are made from various recycled bottles, and what we do is we take the bottle that has the color and we match it with another clear jar of some sort. And so we duct tape them together, and then the colored part stays on the inside and the clear part is on the outside to let the sun in. So this is a blue water bottle. That's I think a Heineken beer bottle, I'm almost certain. And what else do we have? One of my favorites, it's St. Peter's Organic Ale, and I love it because it's an oval and a very beautiful olive green. We put little bits of broken mirror in the wall, and it means that the building sort of glints, it shines when you walk by it, and especially at night if you're coming with your headlamp or your flashlight, you can see the little sparkling mirrors either from the light of the moon or from your own light as you walk in, and it's charming, really.